the Marland Mansion in Ponca City, Oklahoma today. The dream of oil baron E.W. Marlin was to live in a palace. This was magnificent mansion reflects the elegance and of the affluent days of the oil man, who lived lavishly and entertained with the same flair. Master architect John Duncan Forsyth, along with artists, decorators, sculptors, and with international reputation, combined their talents to create the resplendent showcase. The mansion is 78 feet wide by 180 feet long and contains approximately 43,561 square feet distributed over 4 levels. There are 55 rooms, including 10 bedrooms, 7 fireplaces, 13 baths, and 3 kitchens. We'll go inside and take a look around. The lobby level. The unique entrance doors are custom made in New York. The wrought iron was heated until flexible, then shaped by hand. From the stone tile to the muralled walnut ceilings, the entrance sets the mood of elegance for the oilman's mansions. The brass and wrought iron wall sconces feature mythological creatures that reappear throughout the mansion's individual bottle glass panes. Make up the cathedral windows. The statues of Lydia and George Marlin greet guests as they enter Joe Davidson's E.W.'s favorite sculpture, created them of French limestone. The statue of George was originally placed in the circle of hedges by the mansion's portiere. It was cleaned and restored and moved inside to protect the porous stone. The statue of Lydia Marlin originally stood in the north garden. Nearly destroyed, it has been restored to its original beauty. Today, replicas of Lydia and George's statues stand in the original outdoor locations thanks to the family of Harold and Mary Sunshine Cogman. The formal dining room. The walls are hand-cut panels of rare English oak, cut from royal forest of England, with special permission of the king. The cast plaster barrel ceiling was molded at bench level, then hoisted to the ceiling and wired into position to the structural beams. The wall sconces are Sheffield silver, a combination of silver and copper. The stained glass windows are imported from England. The large fireplace, decorated with carved stone and towering mantel of carved wood, provides a focal point for the Elizabethan dining room. The breakfast room. This small octagon-shaped room is said to have been E.W.'s favorite. The wall plaster's relief represents the tree of life, and then the sconces are English hunting scenes. The outdoor staircase is visible through the east window. The Latin inscription on the balcony, loosely translated, reads, "A man's home is his castle." Service kitchen. When the mansion was built, this room was a modern wonder, furnished with the latest appliances and Monel counters. The service kitchen was a luxury enjoyed by the staff. Meals for the Marlins formal dinner guests were cooked in a large kitchen on the lower level, then transferred by dumbwaiter to the service kitchen for presentation. The steam dishwasher and the ammonia-powered refrigerator are all original. The big safe stored the family silver. The mansion's communication system was the intercom lighted panels on each of the kitchens. The North Salon, the sunroom. Sparing no expense, Marlin gathered artisans from all over the world to create his castle. Vincent Margolotti, Italian muralist, is responsible for all the ornately painted ceilings throughout the mansion. Its high ceilings, arches, domes, and expansive walls are combined to provide suitable space to display Marlin's international collections of tapestries, paintings, and works of art. The original bronze light fixtures weigh 250 pounds each. On the north wall hangs a portrait of W.H. Bill McFadden, who was executive president of Marland Oil and one of E.W.'s closest friends. Loggia, the hallway. The ceiling is Chinese chinoiserie, or Chinese Chippendale, was painted on canvas in the lower level of the mansion, then applied to plaster overhead. The quality of the artist's work was so exacting that there is no distortion of the figures, even though the ceiling is curved. The floor is terrazzo tiles made of crushed marble and concrete. Each section was poured individually between brass dividers. The ballroom gallery. Of palatial size and style, the room is crowded with a ceiling pattern featured in gold leaf lighting for the magnificent room is from sparkle of imported Waterford crystal chandeliers with wrought iron bases. To replace the ceiling and chandeliers today would cost an estimated $2 million. Rich tapestries decorated the walls in Marlin's time. Hanging on the Roth wall are the portraits of E.W. Marlin above the fireplace, and to the right, Miss Lydia Marlin, wearing a Spanish mantilla purchased from her by her husband. A recreation of the original portrait of George Marlin is on the left. South Salon, living room. The south arch entry admitted guests to the mansion for parties. Marlin was fond of standing on the south entrance and looking across the vista when the vast estate was still intact. Monument Road was lined with statuary leading from the Pioneer Women's statue to the main gates. This room features many original period furnishings. The second floor landing. The ceiling in this area is painted directly onto the walnut and accented by the lilac fluted crystal light fixture. The original elevator is lined with buffalo leather and is still in operation. The Hirschdeck clock stands in its original location. On your right is the original Otis elevator, and on your left, the door to the servants' stairs leads to the sewing room. The third floor landing. The walls upstairs are Italian stucco, and the barrel ceiling is similar to the one in the dining room. On the east wall of the stairwell hangs an original painting from the Dutch artist Bernard de Haag. This room, George Marlin's quarters. Marlin's adopted son, George, who was employed by Marlin Oil Company and latter an independent oil lease and royalty broker in Tulsa, occupied these living quarters. The closets are cedar lined, and one of them conceals a personal safe. The dressing room opens to George's personal bathroom and a large corner room with a fireplace. This was his sitting room. The stone carvings on the fireplace and around the windows make this room distinctive. Note the view from the west balcony doors features a replica of George Marlin's statue, which tops the original M monogram of their English privet hedges. This was George Marlin's bedroom. Note the photos of George and one of Ponca City's Polos teams, the Ponca City Blues. Guest bedroom number 1. The furniture here was purchased for a teenage Liddy while living in the first Marlin home on Grand Avenue. This is guest bedroom number 2, the Will Rogers Suite, a premier suite in the mansion that is believed to be the room where Will Rogers would stay during his visits. The terrace suite number 1, a llama wool rug and distinctive yellow bathroom are featured in the suite that opens to the third floor terrace. Note the guest bathrooms featuring Italian tile and rain shower heads. The dumbwaiter carried food from the main kitchen on the lowest level to the other floors. This closet has been arranged to display original embroidery samples and clothing from the era. The East Wing hallway features unique Art Deco lamps and sculpture atop a vintage servicing piece. A collective of original Marlin linens fill the large display case. Terrace Suite number 2. This room features glass French doors that lead to the expansive north terrace. Terrace Suite number 3, an antique 18th century French Aubusson rug adorns the floor in this suite filled with original Marlin furnishings. E.W. Marlin's quarters. The vestibule holds the large bookcases filled with antique books, most dating back over 100 years. Note the private entrance from Terrace Suite number 3. The library Marlin's private study, was designed to be a restful room decorated in soft greens. The desk and furnishings in this room were used in the state capitol during Mr. Marlin's term as the 10th governor of Oklahoma. The bookshelves are topped with giant seashell designs and house his vast collection of classics. The dressing room walls are walnut. The display closet contains Marlin's riding suit and the cutaway tuxedo he wore for his inauguration as governor. The tall cylinder hat box holds 6 hats and was used when traveling. The bathroom features an electric sauna, believed to be one of the first in the United States. Some of the original light bulbs are still in place. The shower, originally 11 ceramic nozzles to create a jet effect, so commonly known today. English Tudor was the style selected by E.W. for his bedroom sitting room. The crewel draperies were fashioned after the original to match the existing upholstery of the bench and the chair. The elaborately carved bed, chest of drawers, and dressers were original and were returned to the mansion in 2002. The oak paneled walls highlight the carved wood mantel that depicts 2 of the Marlin's favorite polo mounts. Marlin brought both polo and fox hunting to Oklahoma. The door to the right of the fireplace holds his personal safe. Lady Marlin's quarters, rich imported lime wood walls, give a flavor of splendor to the Louis XXV style bedroom suite of Miss Marlin. The exquisite woodwork highlights hand-carved borders and panels that meet at rounded corners. Even the air vents are decorated with tiny carved flowers. The fireplace is carved from imported Italian pink marble. The bed was returned by Miss Marlin in the 1980s. Of Lady's bedrooms is of Off Liddy's bedroom is her dressing room and bath. In the closet hangs Liddy's riding outfit, which was her favorite attire. She and Mr. Marlin love spending time riding together. On the right is her inaugural gown. Her private safe is concealed in the cedar closet. Other clothing, like, like that of Miss Marlin's, and a case of travel necessities is on display. The domed stairways